Hello everyone and welcome to Suits. Does Suits Business Solution work on net zero? Yes, absolutely. We have a look at the Net Zero Learning Hub to start with. We'll go in here. So this is the Net Zero Cloud Learning org. We've got several different modules here where you can learn about Salesforce, Suits and Net Zero. In Net Zero itself, we haven't yet configured the carbon footprints, but that will come soon. This is Suits Business Solution, the first of its kind in the legal industry, combining Suits and Net Zero Cloud together. Thank you so much for watching this demonstration.
What kind of world do I want to live in? I think about this question a lot.
It's not about how it's affecting you now, it's about how it's affecting you your entire life.
First step to understand is that we're all a part of it. None of us are going to be left out by the crisis.
We're at a stage where if we don't act now, really there won't be very much left.
There are generations that will never see certain things that we grew up seeing in real life.
We have to start treating this like the emergency it is. To achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, we have to go from an intention to a serious commitment.
Business leaders really need to rethink how they conduct their business and invest in creating systems that are climate friendly.
The action I would like to see is accountability. Structures being put in place where countries aren't just asked to do something, but they're kept accountable to the decisions that they make.
There has to be that strong collaboration between government, between corporations, between youth activists to drive change forward.
The world I would want to live in is a world where imagining the future is not a privilege.
I want to live in a world where people do not give up on hope that a positive change is possible.
The fact that you're listening today means that you are willing to make a change.
People forget, greenhouse gases are pollution. And 15 million people a year die because of the quality of the air around the world. 70 degrees Fahrenheit above normal in the Arctic and 100 degrees Fahrenheit above normal in the Antarctic a few weeks ago. You can run around the planet, and there isn't any country on the planet that isn't feeling and living the impacts of the climate crisis. Droughts, fires, mudslides, floods, storms with greater intensity that comes from the increased moisture coming from the ocean, which comes from the increased heat going into the ocean, because 90% of the warming of the planet goes into the ocean. And the oceans, they are at risk. The chemistry changing faster than they have in millions of years. And you can't solve the problem of the oceans if you don't solve climate. You can't solve the problem of climate if you don't solve the ocean. And people need to understand that 51% of the oxygen we breathe comes from the ocean. We're dealing with a crisis here, folks. It's a crisis made by human beings. As President Kennedy reminded us, most of the problems on the planet are caused by human beings, but that means they can be solved by human beings. And this can be solved. So we need to move. We need to accelerate. We need to do more. And Xie Zhenhua understands that. He's committed to that, as we are. And we're working together now to try to find the way that we can move forward. 20 countries, ladies and gentlemen, equal 80% of all the emissions on the planet. Think of it that way. And if those 20 countries can move rapidly enough, we can win this battle. We left Glasgow with 65% of global GDP committing to real plans that can get you to 1.5 degrees. That means 35% did not join that. I am absolutely convinced we will get to a low carbon, no carbon economy on this planet. I cannot tell you, I'm convinced that we will get there in time. That we will do what the scientists told us we must do 4 years ago. And every tenth of a degree makes the world of difference. Bottom line, I'll just close by saying to you, no government has the money to be able to solve this problem by itself. No government will move fast enough to solve this government by itself. We need you. We need the private sector all around the world to step up as major financial institutions are stepping up. We're starting. We're on the move. We simply have to accelerate this by several times. But I am convinced that through technology, through innovation, through human ingenuity, if we will find the human will to make the choices available to us, we can win this battle. That's where we stand.